month for people with, you know, tax ceilings and index heating, things like that. But it was a pretty out-of-this-world month for me, and I would like to share with you why. So, I went home to Birmingham, Alabama at the beginning of July to visit my family. And my grandmother, she is in hospice at the moment. And I know that's kind of sad. She's confined to a hospital bed. But my mother and my aunt, who are taking care of her, have been telling me that she's been having these things that she calls journey days, where she'll just randomly, for about 24 hours, just speak her mind. And just speak to people, you know, random people. Sometimes she's organizing church events, and she's just replaying these scenes of her life. And sometimes she's singing, and she's started singing this song right here. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer too. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. If you know it, sing along. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Now what's fascinating about that is that, are any of you familiar with the movie 2001: Space Odyssey? This is the song that Hal starts to sing when Dave starts shutting him down. So here's my grandma laying in a hospital bed, singing Daisy. Yeah, I know it's kind of sad, but it's incredibly fascinating for me. Now, after that week in Birmingham, Alabama, I went to Provincetown. Go figure. Yeah, for Bear Week. Now, I love the Bears, and I love Provincetown. And the thing about Provincetown, it's the place where I can walk down the street doing this exactly, and no one will say shit about it. It's kind of like being on another planet. And when I come back to Providence, it takes me a moment to adjust. The best way that I can describe it is when astronauts come back from being in space and they haven't quite adjusted to gravity yet, and they're like, hey, hand me that stapler, and he's like, okay. What, it doesn't float over to you like it does normally for me? So like, I'll be standing out on the street corner and I'll see some mildly attractive man, and I'll be like, hi. How are you? And their reaction is, because 9 times out of 10 in Provincetown, if I say hi to someone, I'm getting a blowjob later. Anyway, so, the last thing is, Woolly Fair was at the end of this month, and it was a to the moon theme. And someone was genius enough to set up a booth that said, ask the universe anything. It was kind of like Zombie from Pee-wee's Playhouse, where you just were a floating head. And if you wanted to take it upon yourself to be the universe, you could. Now, I was the only sober one of my friends who were drunk or doing other things. And I took it upon myself to be the universe for a solid hour. And I got a lot of questions. Questions like, what's the meaning of life? Why am I here? Boring questions like that. But my favorite questions were, what should I put on my Netflix queue? Where's the best hot wiener in Rhode Island? Things like that. And that's why my July was out of this world. I hope yours was as well.